Happy hump day. It is Wednesday. How are all my people doing today? I keep getting text messages. What a day, what a day. It is midweek. We are halfway to the end. Yay, halfway to the end. Can I get a whoop whoop? I know I'm happy about it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm happy about it. So, it appears, just from the views and some of the comments, that you guys really enjoyed my video from yesterday. So, I'm very glad and super pumped to get that information out there to everybody. Starting here in our own communities, and I'm going to try to pump out more stuff that's going on in our own community, our own state, not just what's happening in the big picture, but, we got enough problems in our own state here in Kentucky. So we need to kind of start talking about that and getting that information pumped out to the people. And it starts locally, and even locally down to the beautiful county that I live in. And believe me when I say I live in a beautiful, beautiful county. We've got our own problems. I don't want anybody to think we don't. We have our own problems politically, and believe me, at some point I'm going to get into that. And I would say that I have to be a little more careful because I don't want it to affect some of my relatives. But at the same time, the only way you can make change is to make change in your own communities, and then it branches out and it spreads. And the only way we see change is to do it at home first. And so there you go. So when I start that's going to be one of the big things, that my opinions are my opinions only, and just hope that it does not adversely affect the people that I love. So, but that being said, let's move on into today's topic of conversation. Before I do that, I said something yesterday at the beginning of my video, and because you guys all have kind of figured it out by now, I'm kind of like all over the place sometimes, and sometimes it's kind of like squirrel and off in another direction I go. I said that I wanted to give a shout out to a couple of places before the end of my video yesterday, and I did not get that done. So I'm going to start off with that. Shout out to 2 businesses in Shelby County, Kentucky. Fantastic businesses. One is Nailed It Salon. They are on 53 in the new shopping center, before you get to the Interstate 64. They are fantastic. I go there to get my nails and my toes done. Mandy and Alan are the owners, and they have Blue working in there, and they have Steve working in there, and they are a great group of people. Fantastic. Great customer service, great product, great service they provide. I usually get a gel manicure. I got a dip manicure last time. I get gel spa pedicures with, the gel on my toes. They will serve you wine for free if you're a wine kind of girl. I am not. But they serve Jello shots made with tequila. Just saying. I'm more of a Jello shot kind of girl. They take care of me when I'm there. I've brought a friend with me last time. She's also not a big wine connoisseur, but she's a Jello shot kind of girl. So we did Jello shots while we were there last time, and it was awesome. Blue worked on her, and Steve worked on me. Great place. You should check it out. great customer service, fantastic. I mean, just phenomenal, just phenomenal. Um, so that is one of the places that keeps me sane. Um, Great atmosphere, great people. Saturday, I went to another place that kept me very sane Saturday. The girls in there are another fantastic group of girls. And that is also another business in Shelbyville, Kentucky. It is an Aveda concept salon called Allure Salon and Spa. And I had a hour-long facial and an hour-long massage, which was much needed. Again, fantastic customer service. I had it actually scheduled for back in January, but they had to call and cancel because there was a COVID exposure in their salon, and due to contact tracing, you know, they had to shut the doors, do mass cleaning, everyone had to be tested, you know, and right now, guys, you have to understand that can be devastating to a business like that. Small businesses can go out of business very quickly by being shut down like that. But they are up and running, and they got me booked back as soon as they got open, and phenomenal customer service. They took very good care of me. The other times that I have been there, they have taken very good care of me. Great group of girls that work in there, great staff, very clean salon, very professional. So check those young ladies out at Allure. Check them out over at Nailed It. You will not be sorry if you check out these two places. Great group of individuals working at these two local businesses. So again, shout out to all of them. Thank you for the zen that you provide me. It helps my crazy brain when I need it. So wanted to get that shout out to them because they're awesome. You guys rock. So on to the topic that I told you we were going to touch on today. I haven't done extensive research on this. I'm just starting my research on this, but it is super interesting. I watched a pretty extensive video on it, though, the other day, and it's the Looking Glass Project. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it. They interviewed, or they had shown interviews with 3 individuals, Bob Lazar, Joe Rogan, and Dan Burisch. 4, and Bill Wood. That talked about their experience with the Looking Glass Project. The Bob Lazar interview that they showed originally was from around 1989 interview, and he worked at an area around Area 51 called S4, which was an underground base. He worked with Sidekick and Galileo, which was particle beam weaponry, as a focusing device. These are notes that I've taken while I was watching the video. And Looking Glass was something that they were working with time distortion. And we're not talking like time travel. We're talking like, you know, milliseconds in time, like time distortion, not time travel. So that's interesting, and that became more interesting as the video kind of went on. Joe Rogan worked with weapon system apps, with, again, weapon program with small distortion, time distortions. Dan Burisch worked on Project Camelot, and he was a microbiologist. He worked 20 years on on Majestic 12 and Project Aquarius, which I have not looked those up. I'm going to. Again, this is all just really preliminary kind of stuff that I'm looking at, but it's very fascinating to me. And apparently they were accessing wormholes in hyperspace. And there's talk about these Sumerian cylinder seals. And in 2003 there was one in Iraq that apparently we now have our hands on, that we took from Saddam Hussein. But they were basically, and Bill Wood, the other guy that was in this interview, he was in the Navy from June of 91 to 2001. He was Special Operations SEAL Team 9, doing asset control with Tomahawks in the Persian Gulf from 1992 to 2000. And he came in contact with Oath Keepers, or what we would call white hats, which we are hearing that phrase a lot nowadays. It's really kind of been brought to the forefront with all the Trump and all the things that are going on now. It kind of relates back to, which I thought was kind of interesting. But in 2012 they started finding problems with these Sumerian seals and the actual Looking Glass project, because whatever scenario they would drop into it, and about the year of 2012, specifically December of 2012, all the timelines kind of converged at that point in time, and no choice that they ever, like, hypothetical choice or scenario that they dropped into it, the outcomes would never change. So something massive happened and of course this was prior to, this was future. This was a future event at the time that they were doing it. So something massive was going to happen in the timeline of December 2012, that they couldn't change, that was going to happen, that there was kind of like no coming back from. So I'm curious, I'm going to go back and look and see what was going on in 2012. That was so consequential, basically. Whatever big event supposedly happened. A lot of people are saying that it's the beginning of the Great Awakening, when everybody kind of starts to wake up to what's really going on. But basically it sent these people of power, which we now know as the Cabal, into like this blind panic, that they couldn't change, that they couldn't stop. So there's two possibility outcomes that they were talking about after this 2012 kind of thing that happened. Ascension of evolution or global catastrophe. Well, obviously, we're all still here, so whatever catastrophe possibility, it wasn't too bad. So we're talking an ascension or an evolution. So I'm going to look more into that, dropping that out there in case any of you all want to kind of look into that, and then maybe collectively we can kind of come back and say, hey, this is what I found, hey, this is what I found, and maybe have a really interesting discussion about that some point on a live. I think that would be kind of fun and interesting to have. So if you guys know more about this than what I have found so far, feel free to drop that information. I'm all about information. So yeah, kind of cool stuff. again, I'm not done looking into it. That's just what I have gotten so far. And just that little bit was like 3 pages of notes that I took. Um, so, but of course I write kind of big, so, um, so yeah, I'm going to look into that a little bit further and see if I can find some more information on it. But the Looking Glass, Project Looking Glass. So if any of you guys know more about it or can explain a little bit more about it, while I'm still doing some more research on it, I'd love to hear what you have or what you know. Because again, that's it's kind of intriguing to me what I'm going to find down the road. Looking into that. So, again, it's a beautiful day here in Kentucky. I was just out because I'm on my lunch break again. Obviously, I was out with my dog Tank, and he was loving the warm weather. I'm loving the warm weather. I was outside running around barefoot. It feels amazing out today. Before I do the live tonight, I'm gonna try to get outside and do some stuff because it's absolutely beautiful. Spend some time outside. I've got the windows open here at the house because it's so nice. So yeah, enjoy some time outside, get some fresh air. Again, take your masks off, go outside, run around. I'm gonna be back tonight between 7 and 7:30. That's the goal. Between 7 and 7:30, be back up for live. So that's where I'll be. I'll be right here. Hope to see you guys. So I'm going to cut this short today because I'm going to be back here in a few hours, and hopefully you guys will tune in and join. And I will see you guys this evening. I may do it outside since it's so nice. We may do a live outside. That could be fun. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So enjoy your day. Enjoy the weather. Be loud. Take your masks off. Be obnoxious. Have a great day.